Perth station, on my way to Carnoustie to explore the 4 stations of Carnoustie, and the conductors announced that we're 10 minutes early. It's 9:41 now and we're due out at 9:50. This is the Aberdeen train. So, and I always like Perth station, it's a really glorious station. There's another view of Perth station without my ugly mug in it. HST, a lovely HST. Oh, there's an arch I've never explored before. I intend sometime to do a film about Perth station because it's really beautiful, very well built and cavernous. Well, now approaching Carnoustie, and there's a few golf courses around. Carnoustie station, and it's a bit busy because a school party are getting off. It's a bit chaotic. And off we go from Carnoustie. Well, where there's a station hotel, there might be a station. In fact, there's a signal box and a level crossing. Let's have a look at Carnoustie station. Bit of free advertising for the station hotel at Carnoustie, and I'm keeping my jacket on because there's a bit of a chilly breeze coming off the sea. This station was opened in about 1840, but it was relocated. The original station was the other side of the level crossing, and it was relocated to this side of the level crossing in 1900. Yeah, I think the station footbridge, which is probably dates from the relocation in 1900, is unlikely to be replaced by a structure with lifts, because both platforms have accessibility from the street. And there's a waiting shelter on the up platform with the ticket machine. Well, I haven't seen this before. The waiting shelter on the down platform includes a ScotRail performance update. So if your train is late, you can look at the statistics about how many trains are late. In the 1950s and 60s, British Railways did have a Pullman camping car based at the station for holidaymakers. Nice place to spend a holiday, really. I can hear gunfire in the distance, more about that later. Well, I said 4 stations in Carnoustie. Let's see if we can find the next one. There we are, another clue, Station Row, East Haven. And I've cycled about 1.5 miles from Carnoustie to the little village of East Haven, and the wall behind the sign there was the retaining wall of East Haven railway station, which closed in 1967. And a lady in the village told me that there are still people living here who remember using the station, maybe as children, because children used to go from here to school in either Dundee or Arbroath. By 1959, according to my timetable, there were just a handful of trains, morning, lunchtime and evening peak. East Haven strikes me as possibly the most interesting of the 4 Carnoustie stations. And there's the sea over there. The station house was possibly just up there, the other side of the railway line. And here's station number 3 in Carnoustie, called Golf Street, opened by British Railways in 1960, coinciding with the Scottish Amateur Golfing Championships, which were held in Carnoustie that year. Beware of air turbulence, which could be caused by flying golf balls, who knows. And there's a shelter on the other platform. The next train is at 6:14, it's now 12:26. And there's a rather beautiful footbridge, which I suspect was here long before the station. And station number 4, Lynx. Originally called Barry, but renamed Barry Lynx in 1919 to avoid confusion with Barry in South Wales. Island platform, and you'll notice that the footbridge still spans the other track, the third platform, this being an island platform to cater for the troop trains to the army camp next door. Sometimes reputed to be Scotland's least used station, but there's a bit of litter in the litter bin, and I must admit it's tempting to take the newspaper out to see the date on it, but I don't think I will. And next to the footbridge is an old bracket for a lamp and station sign. There's another bracket there for a sign. They used to recycle rails to make signs. A good idea. YouTubers coming to this station seem to have noticed that. Here we are, another view of the down platform. Onward travel, from which you will see that the village of Barry, or the hamlet of Barry, is really just an extension now of Carnoustie, which is why I've referred to this film as the 4 stations of Carnoustie. There's a little bird looking down at me. I think it's a pied wagtail. Even in my 1959 timetable, only a handful of trains stopped here. I think the size of the station and the fact that it had 3 platforms was justified entirely by the military camp next door.